It's time now for Countywide, a special presentation of Yavapai Broadcasting News. Join Paul David and Kyle Benedict as they talk with our community's leaders, newsmakers, and people in the know. You'll hear about the hot topics that affect all our lives in Yavapai County. And now here's today's Countywide.
Welcome to Countywide. I'm Paul David. Great to have you in studio today. We've got two big elections coming up this year, one in August, one in November. So Yavapai County Recorder Leslie Hoffman's in studio. Welcome back.
Thank you.
And Yavapai County Elections Director Lynn Constabile. Welcome back, Lynn. I'm great. I am great. All right, so we're going to talk elections, and I think the way we should start off is usually there's some law changes that catch us off guard a little bit. So let me ask you that first. Have there been any law changes this year that we need to be aware of for the upcoming elections?
Well, for the voters, there really is just one. There was a ballot harvesting law where you can't go around and collect ballots now.
Okay.
And for the candidates, there were some changes to the campaign finance laws, some definition changes of what a committee is and what they need to report and things like that. So that candidates should be aware of that.
Why did we do away with the ballot gathering? Do you know?
It was a political decision.
Mm-hmm.
Some people agreed, some did not. They were able to pass a law to eliminate people picking up mass amounts of ballots.
Okay, so I couldn't go door to door through a neighborhood and make sure everyone's got their ballot and knock on doors and say, well, I'll take that ballot for you and hand it in.
Right,
Okay,
right.
just
yeah.
to kind of get rid of that aspect
You can collect
of
your
it.
family.
Yeah, you can collect your families
collect
and
your
families.
bring them in, yeah,
Yes.
but not strangers, I guess.
Okay.
Right.
Now, what if let's say it's a nursing home and there's, 150 people there that voted. How will their ballots get to where they need to be?
Well, they generally have mail delivery at the nursing
Okay.
homes, and they
Right.
have
Okay.
they actually have a little post office at all the nursing homes I've been at,
All right.
and you can put it in the mail there. We also have travel boards. Leslie's
Right.
department has travel boards that go to each nursing home,
Mm-hmm.
and they register voters, and they also help people vote.
Yeah.
We have bipartisan boards. They'll bring ballots, and they'll actually spend a day and help them if they need help marking the ballot, if they need the ballot read to them. We have people that do that.
Okay.
Yeah. And election officials, postal officials are exempt from that law because of being able to assist.
Okay.
So we can send our teams out.
Okay. All right. That works. That's just one example that popped into my head there. So
Yes.
perfect. So it is. We've had a busy election year already,
Yeah.
right? I mean, has it been
Three.
busy for you
Oh,
guys?
It's been very busy.
Yes,
Yeah.
We've had
three
three
already.
elections already.
Already, and we've
Yeah.
only got. I can't believe we're already halfway through the year.
I know.
That to me is just astounding that
We're
already.
happy.
Right. Because next year is
Things
going to
have
be a
gone well.
much slower election year. But this year is the presidential election. We had the presidential preference election, which we had some stuff going on with that one. That was big news in Arizona. But we've got the August 30th primary election coming up. So what are we going to see on that ballot?
So on that ballot, the president will not be on that ballot. We've already had that election.
Okay.
But we'll have the U.S. Senator on there. We'll have U.S. Representative in Congress. We'll have the Corporation Commissioner on the state level, the state legislature. We also have our local offices, the county supervisors, the recorder, the assessor.
Leslie's on there.
Yeah,
Yes.
Leslie's on there. But it's very important for people to vote in the primary because a lot of the local races especially are decided in the primary.
And those are the ones that affect you.
Yes.
Are your local races.
Right.
That-
Yeah.
that
We
are
wanted to make
the
sure we talked
most-
about that.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
I think people forget, I was telling you before the show, and we talk about this every time you guys are in, when it comes to a primary, that some folks will just say, well, it's the primary election, we're just going to whittle down the candidates and we're going to have this many that go on to the general. But that's not always the case.
Correct.
Right.
Yeah.
Correct.
Mm-hmm.
What happens?
Well, the person it does get whittled down to one, and you have one choice in the general. So your choice really is in the primary.
Right.
We have one race that has three of the same party running for one office. That's going to be decided in the primary because that one person will go on to the general and be unopposed.
Right.
So that's when you want to vote.
Yeah, and then sometimes, now in this primary, can people be elected outright as well and
Well-
not go on to the general?
Not for the county races.
Okay.
The county, they still have to be on the general ballot and get written in. On the local races, the councils and the mayors, they can be elected outright.
Right.
And we have several cities and towns that are on the ballot in the primary.
Now, how's a candidate elected outright?
Well, in the local races, they have to get 50% plus one of the vote.
Depends on their bylaws and charters.
Yeah.
Does it vary from spot to spot, town to town?
Actually, the towns are generally the same. It's only the charter cities that are different, that have different maybe rules about how to be elected outright.
Okay, so we should be involved in our primary.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, okay, so we've got some dates that we probably should talk about real quick while we're thinking about it. So the candidates, all that filing is done now. The candidates that are on the ballot are on the ballot, and those are the ones that we're going to be looking at.
Yes.
And I went to your website this morning, and it's got them all listed out there.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, real nice, by the way. The website looks much better.
New website,
New
very
website.
much
Yeah.
more user-friendly.
Yeah.
It
Very
is.
easy to
Yeah.
follow.
Yeah,
Very
it really
easy
is.
to follow.
And elections is right there on the front page, too. There's really no difficulty in finding you guys.
Right, right.
Yeah, election information all over the place in there. Now, the last day to register to vote for the primary election is August 1st.
Right.
Right. Early voting begins August 3rd. The last day to request an early ballot by mail is August 19th. Maybe we should stop there for just a second. Early voting, it's with the size of the ballot that's going to be coming up. We talked about this voter fatigue last time you guys were in too. It's almost better, I think, to probably get your ballot early.
It's nice to get your ballot early. You
Yeah.
can think about it. You can research the candidates online. You can mark, some races one day, some races the next. The easiest place to vote is on your couch.
Right, right, at your
it's
leisure.
comfortable. Yeah.
Correct. And 70% of our voters in Yavapai County vote by mail. They're on our permanent early voter list.
That's pretty huge, I would think.
It's very huge. And then another almost 10% call for a one-time ballot, or they go and they vote early because we have 27 days of early voting at the Cottonwood office on 6th Street or our main office in Prescott on Fair Street. So they can
Okay.
come in and vote in person for 27 days prior to the election.
Let me ask you this. The voter pamphlets that come out, the booklets, do we get one of those for the August?
I believe Clean Elections sends one out for the August election.
Okay. So there's another thing. So if I'm going to go vote early in person and come down to the office and go into the little polling place that you have right there, a little vote center right there, I could easily get that booklet, couldn't I?
Yes.
And then I could spend that amount of time kind of marking what I want. Can I take that in with me?
Yes,
Yes.
yes.
Okay.
Of course.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, a lot of people they have their little cheat sheets, what they want, and they go in and.
Well, yeah, with this kind of a size of a ballot, I mean, how big of a ballot are we talking about?
We're actually going to have a 17-inch ballot, and it's one-sided for the
A
primary.
what? Oh, a 17.
17-inch.
Okay, so it's going to be 17 inches long.
Long.
Right.
Okay. All right. All right. Double-sided?
No, just one side for
Okay.
the primary.
Okay.
Yeah, and we won't know for the general. We have propositions from the state, and we won't know what propositions we have till later this month.
Okay. All right.
They still can qualify.
So the primary, one of the best things to do, and you said 70% of Yavapai County has already done this, the registered voters, they're going to get that ballot in the mail. When does that get mailed out?
They actually start being mailed the first
3rd,
day of
yeah.
early voting on the 3rd.
Okay.
And
Okay.
then we
So
have
on the
3
3rd.
days.
The 3 days.
Yeah, 3 days to mail.
Okay.
But if you're an independent
Uh-huh.
and you have not told us which ballot that you want, then you won't get it. So we've already sent out the notice. Most people have already instructed us on which ballot they want because we don't get to pick for you, or you don't get one of every ballot style. You have to let us know which ballot style or which party ballot you want to vote, and then we'll send it. So if people have not let us know, they won't get a ballot. So
We need
you
to come
can
back and
call.
reiterate that.
Yes,
Okay.
that's very, very important.
Let's take our first break, okay? Yavapai County Recorder Leslie Hoffman in studio, Elections Director Lynn Constable. This is Countywide, and we'll be back in just a couple minutes.
Come celebrate summer and agriculture at the 25th Annual Camp Verde Corn Fest, July 15th and 16th in downtown Camp Verde. Enjoy fire-roasted sweet corn, live music, beer garden, craft fair, cornhole contest, plus kids contests and activities. The Fort Verde State Historic Park will host a vintage baseball game and adobe brickmaking demonstrations. Celebrate the summer season and the delicious sweet corn from Camp Verde at the 25th Annual Corn Fest.
Take a look under your bed. Find stuff under there? What about jobs? No? Now try your closet. Still no jobs? Just more stuff? Well, you really have both. See, stuff is defined as household articles considered as a group. Sometimes this stuff is no longer needed. Wait, no longer needed? That can't be right. Because remember those jobs you were looking for? Those are really needed. And they're the stuff inside your stuff. Our job is to unlock those jobs. And it starts when you donate your stuff to your local Goodwill. Here's how we do it. When you donate to Goodwill, we sell your stuff to provide job training for people right here in your community. So just by teaming up with Goodwill, you help create jobs. And isn't that worth parting with the leftover keytar from your 80s cover band? Goodwill. Donate stuff, create jobs.
When I was 6, my days were spent playing basketball. When I was 6, my dream was to make it to the NBA. When I was 6, my mom had a stroke.
I'm Paul George, and I want you to spot a stroke fast.
F, face drooping. A, arm weakness. S, speech difficulty. T, time to call 911.
Protect the ones you love.
Spot a stroke fast.
Welcome back to Countywide. We're talking elections with Elections Director Lynn Costabile and County Recorder Leslie Hoffman today. Phone number for the Verde Valley to ask questions about elections is 639-8110, right? 639-8110 is the main line for the county building in Cottonwood. And you can ask questions in there. Okay, so when we went to break, this was a big deal during the presidential preference election, and we did a show with you on this. We did stories on it. We talked about the fact that if you are an independent voter, independent voters really need to focus on this one, right?
Right.
Yes.
Yes, independent voters need to pick which party they want to vote for in the primary.
Right. They don't have to change their party.
Okay.
They just have to pick a party ballot.
Okay.
And their choices are Republican, Democrat, or Green. They can't pick the Libertarian. The Libertarian has a closed primary, so only Libertarian voters can vote in their primary. But independents can vote, Democrat, Green, Republican. They can pick any one of those ballots. We also have, if you're in a city and town that is having an election, we have what we call a nonpartisan ballot with just the city and town stuff on it. Right. So if you're not interested in the political Republican, Democrat, Green, you can get one with just your local races on it if you're in a town that has one.
Yeah, and a lot of people do that. They don't care about the other offices. They want to vote on what affects them the closest.
Okay, so they're just going to be doing the council races, mayoral races.
Questions that the town
questions
may have.
that the town has.
County races, though?
No.
See,
no.
Okay, so
county races
but
are
that
partisan.
that would affect me, I think, very personally. The county races, most definitely.
Right.
Sure.
Right.
Okay, so then what do I do? I'm an independent, so what do I do if I want to make sure I have to pick one of these? Right. What do I do now?
So what you really should do is go online and look at our candidate list and see what candidates you want to vote for. So if there's a certain candidate that you want to vote for as an independent, pick that ballot.
Right.
A lot of the local races, actually all of the county races, have Republicans. There's no Democrats and no Greens that are running on the county level.
Okay.
So if you're really interested in the county races, you should pick the Republican ballot.
Okay, because there are multiple people running for different seats.
Yes.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Yeah, so.
Yes, you have a Verde Valley Constable position right now.
Right.
That has several people running for it.
I think we have 3
Yeah.
running for that seat. So
Okay.
that would be important to the voters over here.
And they're all Republicans, so that will be decided in the primary.
Right.
That person will go on to the general ballot, but they will be unopposed.
Okay, okay. So do I call you?
Yeah.
Yes,
What do I do?
You can call us.
Okay.
If you are on the permanent early voter list, you have already received notification from us asking for your choice. But if you haven't sent it back, you can call us. If you don't get your ballot first week and a half of August, let us know, and then we will send it out to you.
Now, we typically do a story with you guys that first week. When the ballots go out, we talk about the fact, okay, ballots are going out in the mail. If you don't
Right.
have it by this date,
Right.
contact
Right.
Leslie or Lynn and find out what happened with that,
Absolutely.
that ballot.
And you can also tell us online. We have an early ballot request on our website. So you can just click on the early ballot request, fill in the information, and tell us which ballot you want.
Okay, that goes
And this
right
is
to you.
only
Yes.
for the independents. If you're
Right.
a Republican, Democrat, Green, or Libertarian, you will get the ballot for your party.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the Democratic ballot probably doesn't look very big.
There's not many people on it.
Right.
Yeah, there's some people at the federal level and the state level, and there are some races to be decided there.
Okay.
But we have no county Democratic candidates.
Right. And if you're not on the permanent early voter list, when you go to the vote center, you'll be asked, if you're an independent, you'll be asked which ballot would you like.
Okay,
that's
so
the-
on election day.
Yes, on election day.
Okay, on election day.
Yeah, you'll be asked when you go in and check in.
Okay, so let me get this right. So if I want an early voter ballot and I'm an independent, I need to contact your office and let you know if I want the Republican, Democrat, or Green Party ballot
Right.
mailed to my home.
Right. Yes.
Which is going to allow me to sit back and relax on my couch or my easy chair, go through my pamphlet that I'll be getting from Clean Elections and really decide who it is that I want to represent me.
Right.
Correct.
Okay. On vote day, which I guess we'll switch and talk about vote day now.
Okay.
Let's do that. If I'm an independent and I come up to the vote center, what am I going to be doing?
So you'll be checking in. You'll have to bring ID. Make sure you bring ID. You have to bring either one form with your picture and name and address on it, or two forms with just name and address that matches the voter rolls.
So my driver's license, personal ID like that, something like that
Yes.
is
Yep.
one, and then
Like your
Other
voter
bills.
ID card and your vehicle registration or your tax bill or something else with your name and address, utility bill.
gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that needs to match the voter roll.
Yes.
Okay. So have your
The
ID on you.
address.
Have your
Yes.
ID on you.
Okay.
Check in. If you're, again, Democrat, Republican, Green, Libertarian, they will just check you in, print you a ballot, and you will get that ballot. No
Okay.
choice. But if you're independent, nonpartisan, party not designated, other, or purple party, or any unrecognized party,
The poll party.
the purple party, yes, there's a purple party,
All right.
you'll get to choose
Okay.
one of those three, or the nonpartisan if available.
Okay. And then the vote center worker will print off that ballot to me, hand it to me, and then I'll go into my
In the
Go
booth.
to your booth.
in the booth. Okay.
And you
That
can bring a
ballot.
little list.
Uh-huh.
You know, if you've studied it beforehand, you can bring a cheat sheet of who you want to vote for. You can bring that with you so that you mark the ballot and you're on your way. Yeah.
All right. That sounds pretty easy.
Yeah.
It is.
That
And
sounds-
you can go anywhere, vote centers.
Vote centers anywhere in the county.
Yeah, you're not assigned a place to go. So anywhere you see a yellow vote here sign, you can vote.
Let me ask you this: if I'm a Democrat and I want to, and I don't have any choices for some of these seats that are going to be really important in Yavapai County, I guess I would have to change my party affiliation so that I could participate.
Yes.
Correct.
Yes.
Okay.
By
By August 1st.
Yes, by August 1st.
By August 1st. So
Yes.
there's something else to keep in mind.
Right. This is because August 1st is the last day to register, also last day to change your party.
Okay. All right. Let's take our next break.
Okay.
Okay. Leslie Hoffman, County Recorder, in studio today. Lynn Constable, County Elections Director. This is countywide. Phone number locally in the Verde Valley for election 639-8110. We'll be back in just a couple minutes.
You think getting dumped by text is harsh? Try getting dumped by a tennis ball. My ex-owner drove me out to the woods, yelled fetch, and by the time I brought the ball back, he was gone. Yeah, I was pissed. But the folks at the shelter helped me let go of my anger. I learned coping skills, like taking it to the hole. Boom! Now I'm ready to fetch again. But how about I throw and you run and get it?
Dad's home!
The smallest moments can have the biggest impact on a child's life. Take time to be a dad today.
Marie, you have prediabetes.
Prediabetes? I don't have time to eat right or exercise. I'm a busy mom.
Oh, you're a busy mom.
Yeah.
This is great news. Busy moms never get prediabetes.
Wait, what?
Let me just Yeah, this is all the people at risk for prediabetes, and way over here, busy moms. No?
Welcome back to Countywide. We've got just a few minutes left in the program. We want to talk about the vote centers. It's different in Yavapai County than it is most places around Arizona when it comes to voting. And we've talked about vote centers over the last, I want to say, like 3-4 years, 5
Well,
years?
yeah, we've had them since 2012.
Yeah, so it's been a few years now. But we like to remind everybody about these things, don't we? Because, I mean, vote centers is all about convenience.
Yes.
I think so.
Yeah, you're not assigned to go anyplace. In other counties, you're assigned your precinct, and you have to go to the precinct near your home. But with vote centers, you can go anywhere there's a yellow sign. So if you work in Cottonwood but live in Camp Verde, you can go to a vote center in Cottonwood on your lunch break or after work. Or, you know, you don't have to rush back home to get to the place you're assigned to. So that's the beauty of vote centers.
Those are really nice.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Let me ask you this. Do we have an estimated time, vote time on this ballot, being a 17-inch ballot? Is there an estimated time how long it'll take somebody? Maybe it's like somebody comes in with nothing with them, and they're going to go through the ballot. I mean, it could take a little while.
Mostly candidates on the ballot, not a lot of questions unless you're in a city or town. So it really should take less than 5 minutes.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
As long as you know which candidates, you know, and you're not researching.
Don't hold these people to this prediction either. I mean, this is just a kind of a guesstimate. I mean, we can't hold you to that. I've been here for 30 minutes, and you know, so we really can't hold you to that. But okay, so yeah, you know, if people have a general idea as to what they're voting on, it should go relatively quickly.
Yes.
Okay, so how many vote centers do we have in Yavapai County?
We have 29.
Okay.
Yeah.
Two of them are super centers.
Yeah.
What's a super center vote center?
It's double the staff and double the equipment.
Oh.
For busier places.
Oh.
Yeah. We have very busy places in both Prescott Valley and Chino Valley. So we have double vote centers.
Really?
There. Yeah. So at like the Prescott Valley Event Center, instead of having 4 check-in stations, we have 8.
No kidding.
Yeah.
Now, what makes them super vote centers?
The people, the amount of people that go there.
The participation?
The participation, yes.
Right.
They get the most participation.
So how much participation do you have to have? I'm just thinking there's a competition going on here of some sort. You know, we could make you guys put out a few more super vote centers. Yeah. So what is the number you have to hit in order to have a super vote center set up?
So I think the Prescott Valley one usually gets between 800 and 1,200 people.
Okay.
For the day.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so does Chino.
Yeah.
The one in Chino.
Yeah, and the one in Chino was not a super center in 2014 and still got like 1,000 voters. So that's why we made it a super vote center.
Right.
See, that's all it takes.
That's what it takes is
800 to
participation.
1,000 people show up at just one vote center. What
Yes.
was it? Normally they had a vote center in Chino Valley. Is that what it was?
We had 2.
Okay.
Yeah, we still have 2.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but
they like, there's the location on the highway.
Yeah.
Is the one that they like to go to.
it's highly visible. They know where it is. Easy to get to. Easy to park. Yeah.
Look at the things we learn.
Yeah.
Every day. I had no idea we had something as a super vote center. Yeah.
Yes.
I don't think I've ever heard you guys say that before.
Oh,
So I think that's pretty interesting. Do we have staff for the vote centers? We've got about a minute left.
We have about half filled right now, so we do need staff.
What number is that? When you say half, how many is that? How many
We
do
need about 350.
Okay.
So we probably have about 150, 175 right now filled.
Okay.
So yeah, we do need staff, and we have a student poll worker program where students 16 and 17 can come and work even though they're not registered to vote. They get the day off from school. The school is not charged with an absence. They get paid $135.
And it teaches them about elections.
Right, right. And
Yes.
Is that the goal of that?
Yes.
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 Yeah.
And it's school sponsored. And of course we have to have parental
Consent. Yeah.
their
Yeah.
consent as well. It's a long day, but they enjoy it, and our poll workers love the students because they're not afraid of the technology, and they can hook up everything really quickly. If they're not afraid of anything, and our older poll workers who aren't as technical absolutely adore them.
Awesome.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
We're out of time, so I guess we can find out more information on that on your website.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Or
all
call
right.
us.
Yeah, it's right on the Yavapai County website. Very simple to find and easy to maneuver through, I should say. Okay, so County Recorder Leslie Hoffman, thanks for coming in.
Oh, you are very welcome.
Election
It's
Director
always
Lynn
fun.
Constable, thank
a
you for coming
pleasure.
in. And that's today's Countywide. Thanks for watching and listening, and we will talk to you again next time.